Mind of Basketball podcast, also known as M.O.B podcast, episode 50. I am Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this is our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from the previous games from the previous day. That is right. You heard me correctly. This is episode 50 of the Mind of Basketball podcast. And wow, it's already been 50 episodes.
Yeah, I'm still surprised I haven't given up on you yet.
We're not together.
We are partners in this. We are partners in this. Why you gotta look at it like that?
Not like you don't have to say you gave it. What does it mean? Gave up on me? The hell?
I thought I give up on you already. I thought I let you down already, and then I'll move on, and then go on.
Listen, I know this is Valentine's Day, and I don't know.
Stop! I don't
know what you're trying to do, but
stop! You see, don't do that.
Gave up on me. What? Gave up on me?
I moved on to lesser things.
You really are the perfect image of a toxic ex.
Don't do that.
But anyways, as I was saying, well, first, happy Valentine's Day to everybody celebrating it. But more importantly, it is episode 50. Happy Valentine's Day to anybody celebrating it. But more importantly, this is episode 50 of the Mind Basketball podcast. I'm excited to be doing it after 50 episodes still, consistently, haven't missed a day. So pats on our backs, me and Ja. And for more, we'll be giving you more and more content every other day. Every day, continuing. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep giving you the same effort, same entertainment, same basketball knowledge. And episode 50. Now let's do it for another 50 episodes.
Yeah. And it's just crazy how we got to start off this 50th episode with a blowout. Sorry, I had to say that real quick just to get it out the way.
Well, since you, so eloquently transitioned it. Let's talk about the blowout that happened from last night, which was the Nets and the Warriors. KD's return to Golden State. And basically, this was the Nets game from start to finish. They controlled this game from the first quarter to the end, and an offensive explosion by them as they've been exploding offensively the entire season with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. So what else would you expect?
Yeah. Just like what you said, slow start to start off the game though, in those first minutes, and then all of a sudden the Nets just ran away with it. I think all of the starters had was all in double digit figures.
Mm-hmm.
So you could clearly see that the offense was well balanced between everyone. It wasn't just like just one specific person had a dominant scoring outing. It was like everybody got opportunities, got touches, and had the ability to score, or the opportunity to score.
Yeah, as for the Warriors, not much really going for them. Curry had his moments, but he was struggling from deep throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Ube played a little well throughout the game. Sorry. Pascal stepped up from the bench, but nothing really crazy. You need a great offensive performance to beat a great team if you don't have a great defense. The Warriors don't have a great defense. Yeah. So they needed that offensive explosion, and that didn't come for them this game.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, they have been well on the defensive side, but they're not a great defensive team or anything like that. And just like what you said, it's just like, the moment the Nets get rolling, good luck stopping them, because you can't stop them. You just got to hope that your shot's going as equal amount of times as it does for the Nets. And it didn't go that way for the Warriors.
Yep, that's really all there is to say about that. KD's return to Golden State ends in a blowout luckily for him, on the better side of that blowout, beating this Warriors team convincingly as the Nets get a big win against the Warriors.
Yeah, I wonder what these casuals going to say now.
It was nice the Warriors had a little tribute video. KD did help them get 2 rings, so.
Yeah.
But the Nets take down Warriors in convincing fashion. All right, now let's go to the earlier part of the day, which was the Sixers and the Suns in an afternoon game. And this was a competitive battle, little opposite conference battle. Devin Booker had it going throughout the entire game. Throughout the entirety of the game, he had it going. And it will show up towards the end. But Devin Booker had it going. Embiid had it going as well for the Sixers. So stars did show out. But it was the Suns that had that momentum towards the end of that third quarter.
Yeah.
Like towards like the final minutes or final couple minutes, and took that momentum that they had in the third quarter and then ran with it and used it for the fourth quarter. And that was how they were able to win this game.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Because I thought that because in the beginning of that third quarter, it looked like Philadelphia was the one who's going to be gaining momentum because I saw Danny Green had like a good amount of shots and everything. And I believe they was able to build up like, I guess, like a 5 to 7 point lead. And then all of a sudden the Suns just shot right back and didn't let go. And this is how it was for the Suns the whole game. The entire team, just like how it was for the Nets with the Warriors game, it's the same way it was for the Suns team. Well-balanced offense all around. Everybody got an opportunity to score the ball. Really good, especially coming from the bench too. And Devin Booker is Devin Booker. I don't think, again, at least score. There's nothing really much that you could say. He doesn't surprise me at this point. If he's putting up 30, 40, it's like it doesn't surprise me. This is what he does.
Yeah. As you mentioned just a couple seconds ago about everybody getting a chance to score for the Suns, well, that is due in part to Chris Paul. Yeah. I mean, he had a double-double in this game with 10 assists, and he was floor general as he's been pretty much his entire career. So he was getting all the guys involved.
Yeah.
Of course, Devin Booker, you don't need to get him involved. He's going to get involved himself. All the other guys, bench guys like Dario Saric coming off the bench, Ayton, Bridges, like Chris Paul was able to help them and help their play. And they assisted Devin Booker, and that's how they was able to beat the Sixers team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a good win by the Suns, who have been playing great basketball as of late. I feel like that's been said about a lot of the Western Conference. But yeah, a great one by the Suns as they are still in the top 4 in the Western Conference. But all right, only 3 other games that happened around the league from last night. So I said, let's get into it. What game shall we talk about first?
Well, the game that I watched was the Hawks versus Pacers, and this was basically just close from beginning until the Pacers were able to gain some momentum at the end, just to take over the game. It was just a back and forth. Not really, and it was more like inside presence rather than outside presence. Seen a lot of attacking, getting into the paint and everything, because both teams kind of struggled from the 3. It was surprising on the Hawks side that they struggled from 3 because this is a well-balanced team when it comes to that. But outside of that, and it looked like they was going to gain momentum, but then Malcolm Brogdon in Indiana just ran away with it. Malcolm Brogdon had a really good game, really efficient with his ability to score and everything, and get and just be that common, just like with like that common. He's not like probably not on a floor general level like a CP3, but he's a really good floor general when you watch him play. He knows how to really operate an offense, and he was doing that the whole night.
You know, well, speaking of operating offense, he got someone involved. You didn't mention him though. Little Doug McDermott.
Dougie McBuckets.
Yeah, and he was hitting on all cylinders. That's credit to Brogdon because he was really setting him up and helping him get his shots. But yeah, it was his night. I feel like you haven't seen McDermott a lot. But when he's hot, he can finish you off. He can kill you.
He can get it going. He's a perfect fit for that Indiana team. Yep.
They need shooters. So yeah, good win by this Pacers team.
Yeah.
All right. The game I want to talk about. Well, first, the Knicks and the Rockets did play. Oladipo did not play. Christian was still out. But that it was competitive at first. John Wall and Eric Gordon showed out 20 plus points from each of them. I feel like both of them always have a great game.
Yeah. Again, John Wall looked like he never lost a step from the injury, and Eric Gordon, ever since James Harden left, like, you know, just had this. Hey, I'm just being honest. He just
All
had
right, keep going.
he just had this newfound feeling back to his game as if he's back in his younger years when he was on the Clippers and the Hornets. Like, just that newfound feeling like, he could finally have more opportunity to have the ball and do him, to be honest.
Yeah. But as I said, it was just really in the early going, and the Knicks was able to just run away with the game. Julius Randle had another good game. Emmanuel quickly stepping up, as we've seen time and time for the Knicks.
Yeah.
20 points again by him. Derrick Rose with another good game. Glad to see him making his shots and doing his thing. Yeah. And even though they don't have Mitchell Robinson, they're gonna need wins like these until they get him back. And by the way, since you mentioned Mitchell, I think they got an update on him. I think he's out for 4 to 6 weeks with the fractured hand. That's a devastating blow for the Knicks.
Yeah, devastating. Really, but he'll be back in no time, and because if the All-Star game happens, I think right after All-Star break he'll be back by that time.
4 to 6 weeks.
That's all. That's a whole month. That's a
month. That's a month.
So he'd be back around the middle of March, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's after the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm saying they're gonna. Yeah, after the All-Star game.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna get him back, and they're gonna be whatever run they want to go on.
Yeah. They just so for the Knicks, it's really important for them to just stay in the mix.
Yeah. That's all that they got to do.
Stay in the mix. Hopefully, by that time, you'll be like 8th, 9th seed. And if Mitch Robinson comes back and you're around that time, that's all you can ask for.
Yep.
Yeah. Or they could give Obi Toppin some more minutes, please. I like to see more of Obi Toppin. He had a monster dunk last night. Pull up the footage. I mean, geez, that was Austin Rivers late in the game. Austin Rivers lobbed to him. But yeah, give him some more minutes. Give the young guy some more minutes.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau got to take advantage of that, man. He got to take advantage. He's doing it well with Quickly, even though I don't think Quickly's starting yet.
He's not. And Elfrid Payton's still getting more minutes than him. But Tom Thibodeau likes to play more of the veteran guys a lot.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that with him a lot. Like, he's more focused on the veteran philosophy rather than the young ones. But I'm just like, look what you did with D Rose. Even though D Rose was a really special talent, you gave him an opportunity for him to flourish and everything, and look what he became, even before the injuries derailed him. I'm just like, even though they can never be on the level as D Rose, these young guys need an opportunity to boost their confidence. If you give them that opportunity, I feel like they could really rise.
Yeah, I agree. But nonetheless, the Knicks do beat the Rockets in convincing fashion, so good win by this Knicks team. Yeah. All right, and lastly, which was the last game of the night, it was the Miami Heat, reigning Eastern Conference champions, up against the red hot Utah Jazz.
Nah, put emphasis on that red hot. You gotta put emphasis on that red hot, bro. That's all I gotta say. Put emphasis on that.
This Jazz team, I can't give them enough praise. I feel like we've been praising them a lot. So what else can you say? I mean, just do it this way. I'm gonna tell you these stats. I know stats not the whole thing, but I'm just gonna tell you these stats.
Go on.
Jimmy Butler, someone who's put in big impact ever since he came back.
Yeah.
Was held to 15 points. Bam held 14 points. When you do that,
you just the whole team, yeah.
Yeah. Because that is the 1 and the 2.
Yep, that's the
even though Kendrick Nunn stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
That is the 1 and the 2 of the Heat. Now you're limiting them. How else are they gonna win? They need a monster performance by either one player, or they need a great performance by the rest of the team for that to happen.
Yeah.
And with Dragic was out, and you had Nunn play a good game, but your star players, if they're not playing well, if you're playing great defensively on them, limiting their touches, limiting their shots, that's all it takes for you to win this game.
Exactly. There's no chance.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I mean, they held the Heat under 100 points.
Yeah. And what I always say, when you're wounded, kill the wounded if they have no chance of survival, and that's what they did. If he dies, he dies. Ivan Drago. That's all I gotta say.
You love that quote.
That's all I gotta say. If he dies, he dies. You're wounded and you have no chance of survival. You kill him. You killed their star players from the jump. It's over at that point. It's takeover time. Where they're a team that has been building up momentum, have won now, what is it, 19 out of 20 games so far? Or 18 out of 19?
18 out of 19.
18 out of 19. They have momentum coming into this, of course. And they do that, of course they're going to run away with this game.
Yeah, it is special. It is special going down there in Utah. So, yeah, another great win against a good team by this Jazz roster. All right. Now it is prediction time for tonight's set of games. But first, starting off with the afternoon game, which is in about an hour and a half or so, featuring the Celtics and the Wizards. First of our primetime game. Who you got?
Celtics.
Why you said it's so demoralizing?
Come on now, man. I'm just like, look at, and look at, watch me say Celtics and something happens in which the Bradley Beal comes back, Westbrook is out, and then, they just win the game. Because that's been the common theme. Not to sound like a casual, I'm sorry, but that has been the common theme, though. We have seen it multiple times.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen either.
So yeah, I agree with you. I got the Celtics.
But hey, hold on, but don't sleep though, because if Sadiq Bey could do that to them, then just imagine what Bradley Beal could do by himself.
So we better chill on Sadiq Bey, because if he becomes a star, people gonna laugh at this, and he's only a rookie, so let's chill out. We will come back and laugh like casuals. You didn't believe in them. But yeah, actually, I correct myself. I said prime time. That won't be. This is on NBA TV, but that won't be the set of prime time games we'll be talking about. Mm-hmm. I'll get to them later on. The Timberwolves or the Raptors? Fast forwarding to 7:00.
I got the T-Wolves with this one.
That's the T-Wolves. I got the Raptors. Don't disappoint me. The Spurs or the Hornets?
Hornets. They have a lot of momentum.
I agree, but I got Spurs. Popovich can't use no young guys. Pelicans or the Pistons? Pels. Now the primetime game, the first of the primetime game on ESPN, features the Blazers and the Mavericks. Dame and Luka. Who you got?
That's gonna be a great duel, but I got the Blazers.
Got the Blazers. This should be really interesting, but I got the Mavericks. They've been playing really, really well. I feel like they're getting it going now. I feel like they got it. I feel like they're getting into that rhythm. Still suck defensively, but you know who else also sucks defensively? The Blazers. So, yeah, I got the Mavericks. The Bucks or the Thunder?
Bucks
as well. The Magic or the Suns?
Suns.
The Grizzlies or the Kings? De'Aaron Fox up against Ja Morant.
I think this is the thing that we've been waiting for a little bit. I gotta most definitely watch this game when I get the opportunity. I've been pulling for him this whole time, and I'm not going to stop. I got De'Aaron Fox and the Kings.
Yeah, but I got the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you had to go because isn't that your sleeper team?
That is my sleeper team. But I mean, if I pick the Kings, doesn't mean it's not gonna change. One loss not gonna change. Yeah,
that is true.
I hope De'Aaron Fox outdoes. Oh yeah, it just has a better way to shut down the casuals. But I mean, at the end, I think the Grizzlies gonna pull out this win.
Yeah. All I gotta say is just look at this though, man. If De'Aaron Fox underperforms, just know that reporter who said that, oh man, he's gonna gain a lot of clout from this, and I swear.
This is a big game, but more importantly, just get the win. Who cares about the duel? Yeah. Just get the win.
Yeah, just get the win. That's all that matters. Whoever made the best man win.
From the fans' perspective, yeah, it'll be fun. But if you play on the team, just get the win.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ja don't even worry about that. De'Aaron might probably has that chip on his shoulder though.
Yeah.
But
They
yeah.
both got chips on their shoulders, but De'Aaron Fox, the amount of disrespect he's been getting, I feel like, yeah, he has more of that.
Mm-hmm. The next primetime game of the doubleheader on ESPN is a rematch from the Western Conference Finals once again, but this time in Denver. The Lakers or the Nuggets? Who you got?
I got the Lakers.
The Lakers, yeah, I got the Lakers as well. They hot, just like 4 teams in the West are hot. And you know, this one was crazy. The Nuggets are 7th.
Yeah.
I think if the playoffs start right now, they would play in the first round, Lakers and the Nuggets. Yep, they would play.
That's what you get when you inconsistent. You don't live up to expectations.
Yep. What else can you say about that?
Yeah.
And lastly, the Cavs or the Clippers. Clippers also. All right. I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts on this Valentine's Day episode 50 edition of our podcast?
Just a quick take I wanted to make about this, because I wanted to make it about yesterday, but I wasn't able to. But even though I like the fact of Kuzma like stepping up into that big time role for a great team like the Lakers, I feel like this will hinder him in a way also, and hear me out. Here's why. Because if you know Kuzma, you said it time to time again, on and off the record and everything, but he's a dude who, in order for him to flourish and be great, he needs the ball in his hand. He's a rhythm player and everything, right? If he wants to stick to this role for a long time of having to just end up being that specific person to, like, you know, be in a specific role of being probably like, you know, a defender, a rebounder, or like, you know, probably like your fifth or like your fourth or fifth option, that it may bring hindrance to his game. Because he may get complacent, and he may have that mindset in which, like, you know, and he may get molded into that mindset, hey, this is my role, I guess, and this is why I'm going to be dependent on my team, instead of wanting to spread his wings and do what we feel like he could become. So I just want to say that, though.
That's not a bad take. I don't think I see that. Yeah, that could happen. I don't think that's going to happen with Kuzma. I don't think he's gonna like keep that mindset for the rest of his career or whatever, that role player mindset.
Okay.
I feel like if he leaves, or let's say he stays there long enough where LeBron retires or leaves, or AD leaves, and then he'll start to, you know, go back to old Kuzma. Okay. But it is like stopping his progression.
Yeah.
Being on that Lakers team. But because like I said, you talked about this on and off the record about Kuzma. But I feel like at the end of the day, he's on a championship team. Just won a chip last year. He's always going to be in that contender spot with them. So yeah, it might hurt you individually, but you're winning.
Yeah, and I respect that. I'm not saying any kind of hate about that. I'm respecting that, but I'm just saying I just hope he doesn't try to carry on with this mindset for a long time, because it can end up hindering him if he stays complacent within that role instead of doing what we saw him do before LeBron and them got there. That potential, that raw potential that he has to expand on his game more. Also, that's the reason why I'm saying this.
I see your point. And also, I want to say about Kuzma, I feel like he's gotten better with his role this year than he was last year.
Yeah.
In terms of that role player role.
He has for sure.
Yeah. But all right, anything else?
No. That's it.
All right. Episode 50, like I said, we'll hope to bring you more and more content in the future. But with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching today's pod. Make sure you tune into tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Also, follow our IG down in the description below.
And once again, I'm Evan.
And I'm Ja. And
this was the Mind of Basketball podcast.
Take care and enjoy that indoor dining that opens up New York.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.